tape on the machine, take these shields down, and we're not cleaning anything that's rubberized because the alcohol will dry out the rubberized rollers. So anything metal, though, we need to clean the oxide particles off of. Everybody develops their own technique. I grab 2 Q-tips at once. I don't know.
I think quality. That's what I was
Quality tips. Also, with the high alcohol content of this, if you leave the cap off, this whole thing will evaporate in about 15 minutes. So, I usually go for the heads first. Although heads, you got to be careful with them. You don't have to be scared of them. You're not going to hurt them with a Q-tip unless you're really out to kill them. So, basically, you just kind of go up and down here with a little bit of force on it, not a lot, just so that it's making contact. You go back and forth here, and you'll see that those will start to turn brown a little bit because there's oxide that that comes off the tape and kind of gets stuck to the heads. And here's another telltale sign. I don't know if not many can see it, but there's little brown stripes there. That is oxide. There's a lot of pressure on these rollers right there, on those guides right there. That is literally oxide that has gotten stuck to the tape. I mean, stuck to the metal. And so you have to, especially anything that isn't the heads themselves, use a decent amount of force to get that stuff off, because that will cause further wear on the tape. So look for that on any of the metal guides. Those end guides, because they have a lot of pressure on them, are very susceptible to that. So that's the gunk I got off right there.
Dang.
Yeah, it's really great. And then these don't get so much on them because those are rollers. There's very little friction that happens. I do deal with the capstan there. And then just do a brief roll there, unless you obviously see something that's on it. But that should be pretty decent. As you guys, if you're up next to the machine here, you can see how much pressure is put on these guides. If you look at the edge of these guides, you can see it's literally worn them down flat on one side. And that's from very smooth tape going over very smooth metal, and it's still worn it down. So, thanks for checking. I actually found a little bottle. So.
Oh, I went to go use the bathroom really quick.
I was talking to Kashmir, but thanks for the info. I appreciate it. So.
Oh, shoot. Some days.
Yes, I understand. Okay, so here we go. The alignment tape. It's right over there.
You got that? Yeah.
So this is stored tails out, just like everything else. So who's going to thread the machine?
Do it. Kashmir wants to do it.
I don't.
I think that's
Michelle wants to do
excellent.
it.
I really don't.
You got it.
Somebody else.
I'll do it.
Come on. I don't care who.
Sure.
There you
go.
There you
Okay.
go. Who's going?
Alright, yeah.
So this is
Sure.
tails out.
Tails out. Alright. I'm gonna do horrible on this, but hey, who cares?
Look, you got this right there too to help.
Yeah, I know I do have the
Okay, now it hasn't seated yet, so you can't push that down. There you go. You did it. That's down.
boom. Alright, so now boom.
Now, for those of you who are feeling like you're not getting this, this would be a great thing for labs early in the semester. You will have a lot more opportunity to get your hands on this thing without 30 people in here. So,
Good, because I can't see anything. I blame you for being short.
Relative to you, I suppose.
Alright. Ah man, how am I supposed to do this thing and make this catch?
that's one of those things that just takes a little practice.
Okay,
Hey, sure. Just turn it to the right hand.
there we go.
How much was this tape?
Did you get the smoothness going?
When I was buying tape and when there was plentiful tape, it was about $140, $145. It's about double that now.
Oh, okay.
Just spin it.
Oh, this tape. This is a. I'm sorry, I meant normal tape. That tape was
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
Wow.
was thinking 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
depending on whether it's
Alright,
multi-speed
cool.
and multi-tone, it
I
can
just-
be
I'm
between
supposed to, like,
$400
rewind
and
this now or something?
$800. Just depends on
I'll
how
hit that.
versatile the tape
On
is.
something you can't even record
I have to
on?
wait for it to
That's
blend,
correct.
right?
Cool. Oh,
Okay, so just give yourself a little more.
Flat.
So now, what I would do here is I just give it a little pressure there so that it.
Catches.
So now go ahead and turn that a little more until you know it's caught. Okay, good. Now hit stop. Now hit rewind. See what happens here. Okay, so it didn't quite catch, but it did right then.
There we go.
So the first thing we're going to do while that's rewinding,
Good job, man.
Yeah, man.
while that's rewinding, I want somebody to patch in. I don't care what channel, any channel output of this deck into any channel input of the board, because we need to be able to hear what's happening on the tape. We don't only need to hear one channel. It doesn't matter which one. We need to be able to hear what tone we're using and where we are on the tape. And then I need somebody to actually get the board so that, you know, we got the channel up, we got the monitors up, and we can hear what's going on. Nobody rush. I want to patch the any channel output of this to any channel input of that.
Of the S.
Yep. Yep. Okay, now somebody get the board in some sort of mode.
Some sort of mode.
Some sort of mode so we can hear something. Get the monitor up, get the master up. All right. That's fine.
I'm about to stop it in a second.
Is that going to be on the mix?
It's already, I already. Oh, wait, no, it's on, record.
I'm doing this just to annoy people because we go off the end again. So now it's your turn.
I'm so short.
Okay, then.
Oh.
Not a pleasant noise.